All right, so I just stepped away because I can't quit thinking about these three questions that Christian Pantel, the Chief Product Officer at D2L, asked yesterday. And I thought so much of it, I actually put that clip in my day two recap. But he basically said all organizations should be asking these three questions. And I think he's right. And so as I thought about it, I was like, I really should be answering these questions for our team internally. But then I said, we also should be telling our customers how we're thinking about this. I think it's that important. And so that's what I wanted to do today. So his first question was, how do we embrace technology responsibly? And I think that's a really important one. And I think it's one that makes us look in the mirror. I think first, are you selling a solution to a real problem, or are you just selling something to make profit? And then I think second is the technology that you're actually deploying, is it benefiting you, or is it actually benefiting the customer? Because there is a difference. And so I find myself asking this every day. AI's come a long way, but I don't think it's ready to operate autonomously yet. It's operating in a very black and white world. And at this point, deploying it as a standalone product just doesn't feel responsible. And I'm not calling anyone out. I'm just having an honest take here. It's not. And so at Integrity Advocate, I can say that we're truly using AI, but to help us identify things, save time, but not to replace the human decision making, which is why we actually recently rolled out a new badging that is verified by human review. And our humans make or break our accuracy, and they also save our customers time and frustration. And we're going to be bullish about it. All right, next, he asked, how do we safeguard learner data? Yes, let's have that conversation. Look, I can honestly say as a CEO, I inherited a dream when it comes to privacy. Why? Because Integrity Advocate was built privacy by design. In fact, we're so serious about it, unless you actually request otherwise, we delete all of the session data within 24 hours if there's no cheating detected. So with Integrity Advocate being based out of Canada, we also align more with the rules and expectations and laws of governing privacy around the world. However, I should say this, we're not going to change. Privacy and our overall security will always remain a top priority. All right, last but not least, how do we earn and maintain our stakeholders' trust? This one was actually hard to answer because I feel some of what happens is in the service we provide, right? We told them, if you buy this, we'll do this, and then we did it. And then we also have the customers that are like, you're the best. Your service is amazing. We love the product, and those are great too. But I actually think those things are expected, right? Maybe not always the experience people get, but that should be the expectation. So I don't actually think that answers the question. And then as I was thinking about it, it came to me. It's transparency, and I can tell you why. That's my personal brand. It's always been, with my own team first, which then gets them on board and gets them behind me. Then that focus and that culture within the company starts to transition and goes outward to the customers. So what does that look like? Well, it looks like my first few weeks being with the company, being on an outage call and apologizing to a customer and telling them that it's our fault. We failed, we dropped the ball, but we're gonna make it right. And me personally following up with them over and over again until it was right. And then that can also look like we visit a customer in person to show them exactly where their complaints have led to us finding an issue that actually was impacting all of our customers, but it was a blind spot to us. And thanking them for pushing us and asking us to be better, and then showing them a roadmap of every single thing we're gonna do to fix it. Not just the button they're gonna click, but how we're actually rebuilding the back end or increasing our redundancy and actually ensuring that our own logs are in place to track this stuff. So in the future, they're not being asked to be our user acceptance testing. That's not what they're for. And I think that's what transparency looks like. And I would rather throw myself on the sword 100 times and have a customer leave than lie to a customer just to keep them as a client, because they're gonna hate us for it in the long run. And that's not why I'm doing this. And so I hope this gives you a look under the hood. At Integrity Advocate, we don't always get it right, that's for sure, but I can promise you we do care, and we will own our mistakes, and we will work every day to get better. So I just wanna say thank you to our customers for trusting us with this incredibly important responsibility to oversee your test takers through their journey and also supporting you through each step of the way. Thank you so much.